Hello everyone and welcome back to the Brightworks and another match of Beyond All Reason, one that I'm sure many of you have already realized is going to be a bit of a strange one. What I have for you today is an 8 versus 8 versus 8 versus 8 versus 8 that happened on Hot Stepper. Traditionally a free-for-all map, but in this particular case, it's going to be a free-for-all between between 5 full teams of 8, all vying for control over this very, very itty-bitty little map with a little bit of a surprise twist that we'll get to a little bit later into this match. Should be a bloodbath, and I'm excited for that. Definitely one of the quickest matches to happen in a free-for-all, and there's good reason for that. And I'm very, very excited to take a look at exactly what goes down here. So, without further ado, there's already aggression going on the map here. I won't even bother to introduce the commanders, as it looks like we're already about to see our first death. Baraba, as well as another one of the red commanders, already goes down here to a little bit of an LLT spam come up by the yellow commanders. Wonderfully done. A second explosion as 2 green commanders go down in favor for a blue. It looks like a little bit of a explosive chain reaction. Does take out one of those commanders, and that chain reacted backwards into the green team and took out another. Bloodbath, like I said, all over the place here. And it looks like a bunch of these blue commanders are continuing to vie for control. Hot Stepper, a bit of a weird one. So there's obviously these high resource node areas on the low ground right here where you can produce some units. There's also big high resource nodes up on the high grounds here. And then there's these geothermal spots. And you can imagine Cerberus would be quite powerful in this map. There's also a metal extractor spot in the midsection here, but it's actually not worth any more than any of the other ones, which is very, very strange because it is obviously the easiest one to target down. It is easily the most attackable position in the game in the midsection here. So it's a little strange to me that that's not, I don't know, a little bit more impactful in the game, shall we say. This should be a blitz of a match. This should be bizarre. We're taking a step back from the competitiveness. We're taking our competitive hat off, and we're just going to take a look at this match for some good old-fashioned bar fun. What? RTS gamers playing a game or enjoying a game just for fun? Absolutely unheard of, I know. Nice D-gun right there, by the way, from the red commander. Manages to D-gun down that laboratory. Saw it on the minimap right there as the D-gun rolled forward into the laboratory here of Darkos, who unfortunately loses that lap. But it's exactly what I was saying. I mean, this is the hardest possible spot to contest right here, so it makes 100% sense that this would also be D-gun down almost immediately, almost as soon as it was taken. Mace over here on this side will be fighting against some grunts, doing a good job, actually. Wow. 2 for 1, manages to get 2 kills out of a single burst right there, a single burst right there. A blurb burst. Beamer turret comes up. Nicely done. Love that. I think tower creep is going to be really powerful in this map. Yeah, I can imagine building a heavy laser tower and then a heavy laser tower and then, hey, look at that, a heavy laser tower. Chain reacting them or leapfrogging them may be a better word for that. I think it could be really, really valuable. Yeah, look at that. HLT now blasting apart all the LLTs right here for the blue team. All it needs is a radar tower behind it in order to scout properly. This is a little too far back. You need to put it quite literally right behind the thing. This radar tower should be basically right here or maybe right here, sniffing the backside of that heavy laser tower so that it grants the maximum vision possible. Action all over the place. It looks like these teams are bumping shoulders on every front right now, trying to deny as much economy to each other as possible. Grayson moves in for the D-gun right here, trying to shut down the beamer turret, but it comes at great personal cost. Boom goes the brown commander. And a beautiful little comm bomb right there. You know, honestly, comm bomb not taking out all too much, actually. Bobby manages to survive, gets out of that engagement alive. Username comes out of that basically unscathed as well, and there's plenty of room on the front to rebuild all those static defenses. Yeah, I like the vehicle lab transition. I think Shell Shocker's Wolverine's going to be super powerful in this map. I also think, yeah, the tower creep is going to be super useful. Do we have any? Yeah, there they are. I was going to say, these area denial plasma turrets, the area control plasma artillery, going to be really, really useful, I would imagine, for blowing up, well, anything. Metal extractors, wind turbines, solar panels, commanders, units, all of it's within range at this point. There is no backline. The backline is the front line, is the midline, is the game. Rocketeers having a tough time dealing with these beamer turrets, as always they do. Beamer turrets do a tremendous amount of damage, and they also, well, of course, outrange the Rocketeers, which is their other gigantic bonus. Eventually blasted down here, though. Trading enough of those Rocketeers to kill the beamer turret. It's a fairly even trade no matter what. Unless you have way, way, way more Rocketeers and you can kill it in essentially 1 or maybe 2 shots. It's almost always going to be a decent trade for a beamer going up against those rocket turrets. Looks like we do have, yeah, there we go. Looks like we do have a big old bundle of Wolverine moving forward here, trying to blast down all of the static defenses and whatnot that have been set up on this side. Yeah, I think I like that move quite a lot. I think Shell Shockers make a lot of sense. They outrange any of the static defenses, so in the same vein that the static defense creep would be powerful, the Shell Shockers and Wolverine essentially the counter to what is already a powerful strategy by order of operations, making them quite powerful as well. That's just PEMDAS. Oh, not Gerard. Geared. Coming out of this trade quite nicely. 13% HP and 1,000 or so metal up in the bank. Funneling all that metal and resource back to the team here, of course, but obviously spending it on wise things would be ideal. Ladies and gentlemen, the time has come. The lava is rising. Commanders must seek their high ground and hope to hold. The great migration of the constructor bots. Flee, scatter, run. The lava has risen. And it has wiped clean the slate on the low ground right here, forcing these commanders towards each other and cramming them into a heated box, a brawl, a telephone booth that they've been blindfolded and tied together into a knife fight with. Wow, somehow this survived. That's bizarre. All right. Apparently one of these bot labs... No, there's actually another one over here. Okay, so apparently a bot or vehicle lab can survive a single lava wash on Hot Stepper. What a funky kind of situation. But there we go. All these commanders forced up onto the high ground and giving plenty of room right here for these Wolverine to fire away. Very cool to see. Now they're just blasting on these turrets basically at their leisure. There's no real reason for them to rush. The red team strategically retreating to the corner. Yeah, Mayao, Ita, Arrivato. Looks like Bobby and iUsername all going to, and Vlad Pickles, all going to be trying to retreat here back to the, well, the safety of the backline, the relative safety of the backline. Obviously, when that lava comes in again, looks like it was at the 5-minute mark or so. It's gonna be pretty rough. It does rise. I believe it rises every 5 minutes. That's the special twist to this map, and it's one of those cool things that I kind of wish we'd have more in other maps, right? Like maybe little lightning storms that sort of come through different areas, or you know, ice slag storms that, you know, drop diamonds on the surface or something that are worth a little bit of reclaim. You take some damage if you stand in it, but you also get some reclaim. Beautiful snipe right there on the agitator. My goodness, 3 of those yellow commanders go down right in the midsection. All popping right within each other's proximity there and destroying any chance I think that they had of building up in the center. Suddenly their eco is thrown to the wind. The red team actually losing a lot more of this than I realized. Yeah, Mir reclaiming a whole bunch over here and the red team trying to reclaim too. But honestly, there's only so much that these red spots can do to reclaim here. Eating up these corpses is probably the better bet. Getting the laboratory is nice. It's a high value reclaim target, but the commander corpses are the most dense. 1 yellow commander remains. No, actually, it says there's 3 more yellow commanders. Oh, looks like we have Jeremy G and Suavocado all holding the midsection here, trying to extract as much metal as possible. D-guns here connecting in a big way. Whoa, those Wolverines are dangerous. Boom, goes another one of those yellow commanders, brought low to just 2 of those commanders. We have, oh, interesting, a dual T2 laboratory. Not entirely sure for what purpose. We've gone ahead and built a second T2 laboratory right here. But at the very least, we do also have a completed T2 laboratory that's going to be building. Did I say T1? I meant a T2 laboratory, obviously. The Arbiter, already out of the lab and going to be firing away here. Doing a great job of blasting down any static defenses. Or they should anyways. Yeah, there we go. I mean, solar panels. Not static defenses per se, but static enough anyways. Tuska and Noodle Cat. Being drawn into the corner. Dangerously far into the corner, I will say. That is not a comfortable place to sit. I would warn either of these commanders. When the lava is rising, it can be quite temperamental to the HP bar of a commander. What excellent pressure here from the yellow and the blue teams, though, managing to hold out and kill their neighbors. As we take a look up into the northern side, we can see the eco bars for both of these teams. You can see the yellow commanders are just 4 metal per second, with the green commanders clocking in at about 20-ish. The red team hailing with just 13, the pink commanders coming in with 43, and our current leader, the blue team, clocking in at 60-ish metal per second. All that plus or minus a couple because of the reclaim and all that, but more or less the standings as it ranks now. Arbiter's quite susceptible, of course, to, well, anything. If it's not a static defense, the Arbiter is going to be weak to it. Couple of commanders go down here. A blue commander for a green commander. And I think I'd like to see a resbot out here. Yeah. One resbot to eat up all these corpses. I mean, I guess you can just use the commander and that's all as well, but One resbot would be really, really nice. Hey, there we go. Speak of the devil, and so he shall arrive. The resbot has arrived to perform its black magics and reclaim a whole bunch of this. Are we gonna seriously resurrect? No, okay, we are gonna reclaim. Good. Trying to reclaim that corpse right there of those two commanders, or those corpses, I should say, of those two commanders. Resbot, in just 2 seconds, has already paid for itself, and now we're getting into profit territory. Oh, that second one maybe not paid for, though. Tuska stumbling into blue territory and looking to fight. We've got a geoplasma battery coming up. This is so brutal. If we could get this Cerberus up and running, that could be a really, really brutal way of closing this game out. You can see the Cerberus has tremendous range. It's one of the many red bars right there. Maybe that's giving a better view. You can sort of highlight. Sort of this is kind of the effective range of the Cerberus. You can see that it can just fire out for miles, and any of these units that stumble within range are going to be melted instantly. Big old spectator list. Not sure when I opened that, but anyways. Yeah, the red team trying to hold on here. Looks like the... Yeah, another one of those red commanders go down. Only a matter of time before the siege weapons do eventually take those red commanders out. Another yellow commander goes down. Looks like Jeremy G is the only one standing. The humble Jeremy G, the last of 3 commanders still in the game, and the only commander still left alive for the yellow team. Trying to hold out for that precious second place, just avoiding the conflict and trying desperately to get some kind of unit out on the field. At this point, the front runners are an obvious lead for the blue team, and fairly short behind them, the pink team, also with some units. But man, as these arbiters fire away, that difference is being made up. Or widened, I should say. Time for surge number 2. Another green commander falls right here, and it looks like, uh-oh, Tuska not paying attention. Tuska. Oh, no. Are we we're just trying to dump as many resources as we can? It's never going to work. These units are taking too much damage. Tuska's about to explode. Oh, Jeremy G. Jeremy G. No, Jeremy G. No. The yellow commander, trying desperately to avoid the lava as it rises past his ankles. He accepts his fate and goes down with a little thumbs up. Boom goes Jeremy G as the lava finally resides on the yellow commander's face. Dang. And that brutal turn of events, it looks like the red team has been brought down to just 1 commander as well. No, oh no, that wasn't a red commander at all. That's part of the pink team. A little bit difficult with the colors nowadays. They're very fluctuative, shall we say. Oh, Harry Potter over here. I hadn't even noticed. Harry, you're a wizard, Harry. You're a Harry wizard. You're a wizard, Harry. A Harry wizard, Harry. How's my Haggard impression? Feel free to let me know in the comment section down below. Enjoying the reclaim here of multiple commanders is wonderful, of course. Potato von Habsburg going to be stepping forward here. A very regal sounding name. As the, one of the blue cons, the blue com, or one of the blue coms going to be moving forward to try and make the very most of this. We have this lab on the bottom that we're resurrecting, interestingly enough. I wonder what we're going to be using that for. I can definitely imagine that using that for, well, for instance, getting some Wolverines to fire up this hill at these would be wonderful. Oh, commander in a plane. Commander in a plane. Can we see a D-gun? Can we see a D-gun? One bite. He's moving. Oh, he's thinking about it. He's thinking about the D-gun. The fighter comes in. Oh, the LLT. The light laser is going to be the one that blasts that commander out of the transport right there, saving his team from the comm bomb drop. It will be One Bite who manages to spare his team from nuclear annihilation with the power of just the little light laser that could. Mounted atop his wrist and perfectly capable of shooting down a mirror in a plane. Very, very good. That was a very close call. If that had landed in the midsection here, it could have been the difference that the pink team needed in order to come back into this, but I think with that concrete play, with that nice swatting out of the air right there by the blue team, suddenly the blue army is starting to look very, very dangerous. We've got sumos and we've got arbiters and we've got a gigantic, like what, 40 times or 50 times eco boost? I'm going to go ahead and kick things into double gear. Nice little bombing run right there. Takes out a bunch of the wind turbines. Ooh, that is nice too because we are going for sharpshooters. 20,000 energy apiece for one of these sharpshooters. Very, very energy expensive. Means that it takes a long, long time to produce one of those, and obviously even longer, i.e. infinitely longer, as the energy production does start to falter ever so slightly. But here go those arbiters, continuing to fire away here, taking down whatever they can. Obviously ideal against static structures, but nice to apply pressure with too. They're always useful in that regard. Fiends have been built right here. Swigging in a little bit of trouble. The pink commander now jumped upon by those pyro spitters. Boom goes the pink commander right there on the pink team. A couple of incisor roaming around this direction too. Looks like that's what we spent the metal on this lab for. Yeah, okay. A lot of production right here for the blue commander. Just gone ahead and gone into tons and tons of incisors. Potato von Habsburg stepping forward, trying to do some damage. Looks like sumos will be the ones to kill the pink commander up on the northern side, and the arbiters continue to fire away. The lone sharpshooter is out, but there's not enough energy production. 274 energy production, and we're dumping every single cent of it into this T2 lab to build another sharpshooter. Oh no. Is it 500 energy for that to shoot? It looks like it only, yeah, it looks like it only took 500 energy. Needless to say, a single sharpshooter not going to be sufficient to hold off this attack. Boom goes the red commander on the southern side. Looks like some more of those incisors took that commander down, and I can open, as well as Just Play. And Matt No Real. All trying. All dying. Boom, go two more of those red commanders. I believe this is our last one. And it will indeed be the blue team that manages to claim the victory in this bizarro match of Beyond All Reason. A hard-fought back-and-forth battle between all of our commanders here today. But at the end of the day, it's going to be our blue team that manages to win the match. Thanks a ton for watching, and let me know what you thought about it down below in the comment section. Always happy to hear what you guys feel about these bizarre, kind of random, off-to-the-side matches. These non-standard matches, as it were. And I hope you guys have a fabulous rest of your day, and I will see you in the very next game of Beyond All Reason. Peace out, everybody.